Text system of inequalities text. Blank. Text we solve the following system. Equation system the fraction numerator the quantity x plus 2 and quantity the quantity x minus 1 and quantity denominator 3 and fraction is greater than 0. 1 simple fraction 2x plus 1 is less than 3 simple fraction 2x minus 1 equation system. Text note, to enter a system of equations/disequations, go to Insert and then System of Equations. Then simply write down the equations by heading to separate them. Let's solve each inequation separately. Text. Text in equation 1, text. The fraction numerator the quantity x plus 2 and quantity the quantity x minus 1 and quantity denominator 3 and fraction is greater than 0. The quantity x plus 2 and quantity the quantity x minus 1 and quantity is greater than 0. X plus 2 is greater than 0 therefore x is greater than minus 2. X minus 1 is greater than 0 therefore x is greater than 1. Text we enter the inequality table. Text. Open in equations table minus columns separator minus 2 columns separator plus columns separator 1 columns separator plus rows separator minus columns separator minus 2 columns separator minus columns separator 1 columns separator plus rows separator plus columns separator minus 2 columns separator minus columns separator 1 columns separator plus close in equations table. Text so, text x is less than minus 2 or x is greater than 1. Text is equation 2, text. 1 simple fraction 2x plus 1 is less than 3 simple fraction 2x minus 1. 1 simple fraction 2x minus 3 simple fraction 2x is less than minus 1 minus 1. The quantity 1 simple fraction 2 minus 3 simple fraction 2 and quantity x is less than minus 2. Minus x is less than minus 2. X is greater than 2. Text so the system is equation system x is less than minus 2 or x is greater than 1. X is greater than 2 equation system. Text to find the final solution we again enter a table for inequalities. 1 The first line will cover the first inequality, the second there. Second and the third the final result. 2 first 2 rows, enter an x if the interval is included in there. Solution, leave a blank space otherwise. 3 third line. We insert the x only if both the previous lines have an x in that interval. 4 The solution will be the intervals with the x in the third line. Open in equations table x columns separator minus 2 columns separator 1 columns separator x columns separator 2 columns separator x rows separator columns separator minus 2 columns separator 1 columns separator 2 columns separator x rows separator columns separator minus 2 columns separator 1 columns separator 2 columns separator x close in equations table. Open in equations table x columns separate. In equations table gridded control x type in text. Text solution text x is greater than 2.